Hello, hello! Why are biotech stocks pumping 200% to 300% this week? Do they still have room to grow? Hop in! This Biotech Taxi is hitting the road to uncover the details behind these explosive moves. Today we are starting in Washington D.C. It seems like everything's happening there lately. It's exhausting to think how Trump's decisions might impact biotech. Today's ride is a short one. We are headed to the National Museum of Natural History, where we'll take a look at the top 3 biotech stocks of the week: Polyrizon, Regulus, and Inozyme, with gains up to 300% in one day. Crazy biotech only in this channel. We'll explore why they went up, whether they still have upside, and what we can do with them and how to anticipate similar moves. Buckle up, let's roll! Welcome to Taxi Biotech, a show to explore news and updates from the world of biotechnology and understand its impact on the stock market. The stock data I present here reflects the performance of companies or their clinical trials and does not constitute any investment recommendation. This is pure entertainment. As always, first check the float and short interest. The number looks normal, so we are not dealing with a short squeeze here. Let's start with the most interesting stock of the week, Regulus, a classic biotech pump that we love to see. The news: Novartis is acquiring it for $7 per share, with the deal expected to close by the end of 2025. The best part: there is an additional $7 per share payout if their drug for polycystic kidney disease gets approved. Let's break down if the molecule could get approved. The drug is currently in phase 1, but is about to move directly into phase 3. It targets polycystic kidney disease, a condition where kidneys grow larger and lose function over time, as shown in this infographic. The disease molecular basis is a specific microRNA 17 here, which blocks the expression of two proteins, PKD1 and 2. Regulus drug here, this inhibits that microRNA, allowing the proteins to be expressed normally. This could potentially result in patients having functioning kidneys. I personally love this, especially because I've worked with this kind of microRNAs myself. It makes me happy to see them to move into the clinic. Back on March 27th, they released phase 1 data showing optimal dose and clear evidence that the target proteins were indeed being expressed. Here they show it. Kidneys didn't gain weight from cystic growth during the study, and the results were statistically significant versus placebo. This news sent the stock up more than 50%, so very good news for this molecule. They said also that phase 3 will start at the end of 2025. So in summary, phase 3 will begin later this year. The study lasts 12 months and phase 1 was positive. That gives us some reason to speculate that phase 3 could follow the same trend. If they get accelerated approval, that $7 bonus payout from Novartis could hit around 2027. That's a potential 100% gain in 2 years. What do you think? Worth it? Next up is Polyrizon, which jumped 300% in a single day. Only in Biotech, folks, only in this channel. Let's look at the press releases. Honestly, there is nothing remarkable. One mentions a human nasal model tissue, so preclinical stuff, not too exciting. Another says that they have until October 6th to get their stock back above $1 to stay on the Nasdaq, but that wouldn't usually move the stock this much. What did happen on the day of the 300% move? They filed a document with the SEC announcing a reverse stock split, 10 shares consolidated into one. That's pretty typical for companies trading under $1. The idea is consolidate shares, raise the price to $1 with the same market cap. Nothing special here. But then, check this out. They sent another SEC filing the same day, canceling the reverse split. Why? No idea. But if you check here in TradingView in the lining, the headlines say Polyrizon stock pumps after canceling reverse split. Okay, look, from my point of view, that's not a good sign. If you send a major announcement and immediately bought it back, it signals no control. Who's driving the bus over there? Maybe it's a meme stonk from a random forum. I didn't see that, but could be. That said, if the split is cancelled, the price remains the same, so that 300% spike really shouldn't have staying power. I'm tempted to short it. I will not do it because we all know how risky is that. Irrational moves can last and you can lose more than the money you have in the broker account. These stocks now is even up 25% in pre-market, pure magnets. Once the market opens, I'll take a look at the options to see if there is a way to capitalize on this reasonable return to reality. And the last one, let's talk about Inozyme, which climbed 82%, a more steady gain, but again, no obvious trigger. On April 10th, they released a descriptive article on the disease they target. Nah, this news doesn't move the price usually. So, they do have a phase 3 drug, and their SEC filings say they expect a FDA approval in early 2026. Now, there is a point here that they are projecting $1 billion in annual revenue from this drug. If the market hadn't priced that in yet, this alone could explain the stock's rally. People on Twitter are linking the rise to expected Q1 2026 results, which feels a bit far off to justify a spike now. But here is the twist. Back on January 10th, they published positive interim data from the same drug, and the stock crashed more than 50% here. Why? The results here were based on only 6 children, and while they were positive, because 80% survival versus a historical 50% survival without the drug looks like positive, the market didn't like the lack of detail. That's the lesson. Minimal details in press release hurt. If you are not transparent, your stock pays the price. They have an annual meeting on June 25, so we might get more insight then. I would give this stock a few weeks to see what comes out of that. If phase 3 delivers robust results with a larger sample size, this stock could at least return to previous levels here. But if it fails, the company is in trouble. It's their only drug. So I will wait to annual meeting to take a decision if I take it. So this taxi driver has taken you through the details of biotechnology. Now it's your turn to ask this question. as you walk through the museum. Will Regulus drug get approved and earn shareholders an extra $7 by 2027? Worth it? Does Polyrizon's art make any sense at all? And the last one. With 1 billion in projected revenue, do you think Inozyme drug has a shot at approval? Given the early data that I showed you? I'm dropping you at the National Museum of Natural History in Washington. Take care and see you next time.